Well, one of the things I've loved about this TGIM TV season is the fact that we've been able to focus on some local Indigenous culture and learn a little more about what's going on here in the Illawarra. Today, my guest is no exception, Jodi, who runs an organisation called Gumaraa, and she runs educational tours for people all around Australia and even overseas.
Yulanga, Nagambi, Nainang, Jodi, ni Nabu, ni Baba, ni Gumaraa, ni Gujagas, ni Dargang, Babara, Gadu, Gundu, ni Dailang Bora, ni Ilauri, Wadi Wadi, and Dharawal peoples. So hello and welcome. Today we meet between the mountains and the trees. We meet beside the rivers and near the ocean. I wish to remember my elders past, present and those of the future, and wish to acknowledge that we meet on the homelands of the Dharawal, Ilauri and Wadi Wadi peoples.
Well, Jodi, thanks for that welcome to country. That was amazing. We're standing in front of this incredible tree. It's the women's tree. Tell us about the history of that.
Yeah, so this traditionally was the women's area of Killalea State Park, or back in the day it was called Arrajong. This was all called Arrajong, and the Wadi Wadi and Dharawal people would come from Bass Point. The women would come here, the men would be down closer to what they call the farm beach now. There's a men's bora ground down there. And the women would come here for obviously women's business, and the reason this place is because it's between fresh water and salt water, so they had ample food and ample fresh water to survive.
Now, Jodi, you lead a business called Gumaraa.
Gumaraa is an Aboriginal cultural experience, and it's an on-country experience most of the time, but we run different programs from dance, language, art, tours up the Minamara River, looking at some of the significant sites and teaching people about the cultural significance of this beautiful place here that we're at today.
Jodi, I've got here this cloak made out of possum. What's its Indigenous name?
Woody bill. So traditionally what would happen is when a baby was born, they would take one pelt and put it in the coolaman.
Right.
And then the baby would lay in the coolaman so that they're off the ground and they're wrapped in the warm. And then as the baby grows, the pelt is added for every year that the baby grows, so the cloak grows with the baby.
Okay, right.
And then on the flip side, which that one hasn't got at the moment, would go your clan totem, then your family totem, then things in your area. So this one would have, like the Minamara River. Right. Then it would have Lake Illawarra, then it would have vast amounts of grounds where hunting would be done. So when we're walking from one place to the other, if you walked off and you got lost and you ended up on Gumaraa country, which is the neighbouring country, they could flip your cloak over and go, back down there.
Okay,
send
right.
you back home.
Okay, wow. So Jodi, this and along with these other things are part of what you showcase in the tours that you run. What else can people expect if they do the tour?
Yeah, so they can expect to learn some hands-on cultural experience, traditional weaving using the grasses, learn how to harvest the material. They can learn bush tucker and bush medicine. We take them to multiple locations. We do women's bushwalks into the healing ponds and other significant women's areas, and the men go down to the men's areas, and half-day on-country experiences to full day. Then we do 2-day camps to 5-day camps, and then we also do incursions and excursions into schools, which are mapped to the curriculum.
So Jodi, one of the things I love is you kind of giving back to the community through your First Footprints. Tell us about that. It sounds like a great initiative.
Yeah, the First Footprints program is about, sharing with the younger generation. But we want to take them on a journey, so it's working with them, from a young age till whenever they need us. So it doesn't stop when they're 18 or it doesn't stop when they're 25. They might ring up at 30 and say, oh, my girlfriend's having a baby or my wife's having a baby and I don't know what to do. And we're just like, okay, breathe through it. But in those initial years, it's connecting them to country, it's connecting them to culture. And then we move through a cycle when they get a bit older, is starting to get them thinking about what do you want to do for a living,
Right.
Where would you like to work, what do we need to achieve that?
Right. So thank God it's Monday is about people who go to work, go to what they do Monday to Friday, love what they do. But I'm curious for you, not everybody just gets up and creates a program that helps other people. So where does that passion, where does that determination to help others come from in your life?
For me, I was adopted when I was a baby, so if it wasn't for my parents who worked tirelessly to keep me connected to my culture, I probably just could have been brought up not knowing anything about culture. And then I seen the benefits for me in that connection and knowing about country, knowing about culture. And so when I see the young kids and I see that they don't have that and they're lost, and so it's trying to connect them back so that they see their inner strength.
Well, Jodi, we have our Thank God It's Monday glasses that we give to all our guests because they see life differently. We think you're a great Illawarra legend and you deserve to be wearing these auspicious
Excellent.
Thank God It's Monday glasses. Put those on.
Yes.
Yeah, look at you.
Look at
They fit you perfectly.
They
fit
do,
you perfectly.
and I'll have them on next Monday and
Great.
every Monday after that.
We look forward to seeing that on social media. So Jodi, once again, thank you. It's been so great to hear your story. I've been unlearning again, and hopefully today, as people are watching, they've been learning a whole lot more about this culture that we have in the Illawarra. That is fantastic. So thank you. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.